Hey everybody, we are live. We are here tonight, the Flippin bunch. Woo, woo. We are so excited. We're going to talk about techniques and decorative finishes, and there are so many. Wow. Yeah, probably more than I even have on this list, but I mean, we're just going to talk about what we can tonight. So, yeah. So, we're going to start off our usual introducing ourselves and then go ahead and go with the flow. All right, on to you, Dar.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dar. I am from DIYs by Dar. I have been flipping items and furniture for the last 4 years. I started off pretty beigey and then added more and then added more and then added some more. And now I'm a maximalist, but it's a really fun place to be.
Awesome. All right, Jenna.
I'm Jenna, owner and artist at Junk Princess. I've been painting furniture for 8 years now. Oh, the time flies.
Yes, 8 years. Oh my goodness.
Yes. The more you keep the piece, the better. I like to reconfigure things, other things. If it's not supposed to be a dresser, I like to make it a dresser and vice versa.
I love that. Upcycling. Yes.
Yeah. Repurposing.
Yes.
And I'm LaVonnes from Statement Designs. And time sure does fly because I've had my business for over 10 years now. And I do furniture flipping as well as thrift flips, smaller items, and of course have the YouTube channel. And we do the Made by Marley brand ambassador decoupage paper. I retail Dixie Belle paint and also Iron Orchid Designs products in the shop. So that's my story. And we have lots of great guests. So hello, everybody.
You are just a Jill of all trades.
Jill.
Yes. And I am Krystal, the Crafty Creech DIYs and furniture flips. I love refinishing furniture and I love being creative, crafting. I'm a reseller, so I like finding things at the thrift store or auctions and flipping them or reselling them. I just love old stuff. I'm all about like history and all that things from the past. I like that stuff. It's old. I feel like I'm an old soul.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So I'm so glad everybody is here. We got lots and lots of people in the chat right now. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. And we are going to start off by talking about something I do pretty often, and that is paint washing. I have found a way that I like to do paint washing where I don't use a whole lot of paints. Some people can mix it and that's fine. You can do, whatever ratio it is, paint to water mixture. But I prefer to just wet my piece down, mist it with water, put a little bit of paint on my paintbrush, and then brush it out evenly in straight brush strokes and just continue on with my piece until it's completely covered. And I can do 2-3 coats until I get my desired result. And I still get that look of, the paint wash, or it's almost like staining your piece is what it seems like more to me, more than, and it doesn't have all the harsh chemical smells and everything like that. So here's one that I've done pretty recently. And here's another one. You can see all the wood grain on that. And I like paint washes. You still get that look of the wood, but it's paint. It's like kind of magical.
Yeah, it is. It's so pretty.
Yeah. Jenna, have you ever done paint washing yet?
Yeah, quite a few times.
Okay, awesome. What do you think about it?
I enjoy when it has the orange wood because I can do orange colored wood.
Yeah.
Over raw wood.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it like really in any color with black, white. I think I've seen Kat do it with green. All kinds of different colors. So, and then another one is crackle finish, which I have never done personally, not at least not on purpose. Sometimes it crackles. I don't want it to crack. I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. I'll just roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a video here from Mara on her crackle finish that she has done recently. And she used a Dixie Belle crackle. And I guess if you put it on thicker, it's supposed to give a big thick crackle, and thin is supposed to be give a small crackle. But she said thin, she could get it the thin crackle by using a thin coat and doing the hatch like an X stroke pattern on her piece. So have you tried that, LaVonnes? I know you do you sell the Dixie Belle product. I didn't know if that's
Yeah, I have used it. I honestly, I don't reach for it very often, but I have used it occasionally. But I will tell you this, even though I sell Dixie Belle, you can also use glue to do crackle finish. You can just, the first time I ever did it was in a house that I lived in, and it had one of those old big built-in cupboards, floor to ceiling, and I thought it would look cool crackled. And so I did some research on it at the time, and they said to use hide glue because hide glue is a slow drying glue. And I did get a really good crackle, but the secret to getting the different size crackle is more so in your brush stroke. When you put the paint on over the glue or the crackle medium, you don't want to go back and forth and back and forth. That'll give you little crackles. If you can do a good bit of paint and do one even and not go back over it, then you'll get bigger crackles.
Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Hide glue. I need to write that down.
Yeah, I thought there was another recipe to do that with some glue to come up with the same type. I have the Dixie Belle crackle, and I have not used it yet either. Just haven't found the piece I wanted to put any crackle on yet, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want very fine line crackle, for sprayers. Now this is for sprayers. I don't know if it'll work with a brush. It might. I've never tried it. But if you take shellac spray and you put it on kind of heavy, and then you immediately spray your paint after and go over it with the blow dryer, you'll get all over very fine crackle. It's very small, little teeny tiny, almost like ant lines, and it's super cool. I should have showed you. I had a piece that I did recently. That bread box where I put bread upside down, it did a little bit because some of the shellac was still wet. So it's a
happy extra. We love those.
yeah.
It must be what Mara meant with the wax, that she had put some wax on there. So basically it acted like a resist.
Yeah.
And then the paint just didn't go on that spot and gave it a little bit of a different look.
Yeah, because she'll wax based. So that's probably.
Okay, interesting. That's really cool. Good to know. And another one, I know I've seen Mara do this one over at Borderline Furniture RX is the faux leather, and she did that pretty recently, which was really cool. And I tried it myself recently, and this was actually a leather top, but it was just really, it didn't look nice. So I tried that myself, and I achieved that effect just by kind of blending different colors of browns and yellows and oranges and just kind of tapping them and blending them. And I got that leather effect that way. And next we are on to faux wood, which I have lots of pictures here from our faux wood refinisher master, and that is Jen over at Copper Cactus DIY. Yeah, so she was kind enough to share these photos with us, and she even labeled them and everything. So this is her multi-tone black walnut. That looks
so
so
good.
good. Like you can't even tell that's faux wood.
No, not at
No,
all.
you can't.
And
I mean, like basically, is it not just like doing a paint wash, but you're just being more artistic with your colors, how you're layering it, and how you're using your brush?
yeah, Jen uses a lot of glazes and stuff like that too. So, I mean, she's got so many tutorials on how she does that her faux wood finishes. So this is a black walnut with texture. And what's really cool about this is actually cardboard.
I know, that's unreal.
Yes. She's got a whole line of cardboard furniture that she makes, which is insane. Like, it's so cool. Another cardboard piece right here, single process cherry
Look
wood.
at that. Woo.
That's cardboard, you guys.
That's crazy.
That is so cool.
Yes. Amazing, right? Yeah. So
You could start a whole store doing that, Jen.
I told Jen she better be writing a book about this whole process of making
Yes.
cardboard and putting a finish on it.
absolutely. And here's dark grain black walnut. And this one's really cool because I don't remember seeing the tutorial for this one. Jenny, do you have a tutorial for this one? This is driftwood. That looks really cool. So, and then she has, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This one is so good. So that's multi-grain mahogany. And then I got one more here. This is black walnut, which is also,
Wow.
and I think this one's cardboard too. Is it, or is it not? Correct me. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see what Jen says here in the comments. Yeah. That she said, okay, so Judy says the bureau is great. Yes, awesome. So I have done a couple of faux wood refinishing myself, but I don't do it the way Jen does it. I've used a product that I don't like, and I'm just trying to use it up. Poly shades. Have you guys tried poly shades?
No.
I hate the stuff.
I'm trying to be nice. Yes.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't like it. But this is the only way I can use it is to get that faux wood finish on it. I'll just use a cheap chip brush, and over paint, I'll just, drag it over paint because it's just, that's basically what you do. It's sticky and gooey and gunky, and you just drag it.
Water-based?
No, it's stain with a polyurethane mixed together. It's supposed to be a one-step process, and it's
So I'm
horrible.
guessing if anybody from their company sees this, they're probably not going to be reaching out to you for a sponsorship, just so you know.
That's fine.
They can sponsor me by buying my 15 cans back.
Yeah, they can have it back. They can buy it back. Then I'll give them a nice review. Okay.
So Roger was at Lowe's shopping, and he does great for clearance stuff. He is right there, and there was 15 cans of that mess, all different colors. He was like, "Oh, it's great. It's already mixed. You don't have to do it." And I tried it, and they're still sitting on my shelf. It's awful. If you mix with stain, it's not like that. It's perfect. But this stuff is, like you said, it's like Jello pudding or something.
It's gross. It's horrible to work with. And I don't know. I don't even know how to get a nice, clean, smooth finish with it. I really don't know how. And your brush is ruined. I mean, don't use a good brush because it's done. You can't clean it.
Hey, there's your directions. Jen just left them there.
Oh, yes. Awesome. Thank you, Jen.
Try
Appreciate it.
different colors beneath. Add some tint to the top coat, and it'll change it a bit for more realistic graining. Do 2 layers within 24 hours, with 24 hours between.
Wow.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Jen. Thank you for sharing those. And let us show them beauties off. Okay, so the next one is antiquing and distressing, which I think is pretty much kind of self-explanatory. I mean, it's there's different ways you can do it. Obviously, you can just use some sandpaper and sand it, or wet distress it with like a baby wipe or washcloth or something like that. And I've seen other people do it, but I don't know about you guys if you've ever tried it before, putting like candle wax or Vaseline or something underneath your paint. Have you guys ever tried that before to distress? Okay, I've seen it before. I've never tried that myself either. And here's a really cute little side table that Jenna did with some distressing and some antiquing. And this is really cute. I like this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That color is my jam. All right. On to waxes and glazes. Okay. So there's so many different types of waxes. You got your dark waxes and your gray waxes and your brown waxes, your white waxes. Same thing with glazes, metallics and stuff like that. Do you ladies have any tips on how to apply them or anything like that?
Well, I always say when you're using dark wax to distress or to give some shading, always use the clear wax first so that you can, kind of float it on there and use it as an eraser if you get too much and it's too dark. And something that a lot of people don't necessarily use very often or think to use is white wax on dark paint. That's dramatic, depending. And I've even used it. I used it one time on a pale yellow, and it was very springy. And it was real pretty. So
interesting. Let me
with Dixie Belle waxes. They're water based, correct?
Yes.
So you can put them on, and if they are dry enough, then you can still put a top coat over the top of that afterwards, correct?
Yes, you can. And that's why I do like that, the water-based.
Because not all waxes out in the world here are treated equal. And if you still want to put a protective coating on, you can afterwards. I guess it would depend on what you're making and the type of application that you want to put on it.
And also consider this, if you're planning on doing a transfer or anything like that, always make your wax last then.
Yeah, that's a good point right there. I'm going to jump back to the faux wood because I have a video here from LaVonnes that I forgot to share. So if you want to talk about this, LaVonnes, and let us explain.
Okay, this is sometimes I do this as like a fantasy kind of color. It's not real tones, and that's kind of a fuzzy video, but I'm using a wood graining tool in there. And when I do that, I like to what I did was a mixture of paint and also the voodoo gel stains that Dixie Belle has. Their water-based stain in a squirt bottle. I love them, but that's the wood graining tool is super easy to use. It looks intimidating, but you just kind of pull it on and just rock it every now and then. And then I like to come back in with a brush and just kind of, just kind of go over it. And sometimes you can even simulate that just by using a brush. So
that's cool.
Yeah, sometimes I've done it with like, blues or whatever. But I mean, like I said, it's not a very good picture, but that was it was a custom order. So
yeah, you can get those wood graining tools in a couple sizes. I have a smaller one and a larger one. And sometimes I know there's a product out there called Retique It.
Yeah.
And it actually kind of hardens more like wood. And if you use like a wood graining tool, or even if your paint's a little bit thicker, it's going to leave a little bit of a characteristic design of the actual wood on your piece. So wood graining tools can be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've used that retique it too, but I've never used the wood rocking thing. The wood
That is
grain.
rocking, girl.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's some pictures of the wax and glazes, and this one's from Cheryl, and this one is on some little terracotta pots that she covered with clay. I love these.
They're gorgeous.
I know, aren't they fun? Like it just like brought it to a whole nother level adding the wax. I mean, they look so authentically like aged and
They
old.
totally do.
They look like real old pots. I mean, they're real pots, but they're not old. And this is a metallic glazed, right, Jenna?
Pearl. Why
Pearl.
glaze?
That's really cool. Did you spray that on, or did you?
I did, because I did it first with a brush, and the brush lines was too noticeable. I didn't like it, so I started all over on the drawer and sprayed it, and it came out like that.
Is that the Dixie Belle pearlescent glaze?
No, that one's actually the Wise Owl Pearl.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a retailer go out of business here a couple years ago, and I bought up all her stuff. So I have probably 20 little containers of pearl glaze, all different colors, white. And I've tried the Dixie Belle dark glazes. I like those. Does Dixie Belle have pearl too?
Yeah, I'm actually using it right now on a jewelry armoire for a customer.
Oh, I'll take a look. Yeah.
Okay, here's a metallic glaze I did on this piece, and that was just, I think this is a Martha Stewart brand, and I just wiped it on and wiped it off, basically. So, I mean, it's so easy. So easy to use.
That piece is so pretty.
That one like sold quick. I would never paint anything red, and I was like really surprised at how many people liked it. And this is actually stain, right? Is this the stain one, or is this dry brush?
It's stain over chalk paint.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I just brushed it on real thick and ran a rag over it real smooth and just left it.
Okay, is that an oil-based stain or a water-based?
It's an oil-based stain.
Okay, so did it kind of like seal itself, or did you still need to seal it afterwards?
I didn't like the look of it because the chalk paint was kind of drab, and then the stain was a little bit shiny. So I gave it a couple days, and I polyacrylic everything. I don't care. If it says it has a top coat, I don't care. I'm still polyacrylic. I'm a polyacrylic nut. That's I swear by polyacrylic. I know a lot of people don't, but there's ways to get around anything polyacrylic has an issue with. So I gave it a couple of days to dry so that I knew I wouldn't get that funny snake skin bubbling, which is a good finish, by the way. If you ever want to try it, it does look pretty cool. But yeah, gave it a couple of days to dry, did like 3 heavy coats, and then the whole thing was shiny.
Okay.
It's really pretty.
I know, I like that. I like it a lot. And then I have one here that was where the drawers are wood, but around the drawers, that's a brown wax over top of paint, and it almost made it look like wood. I mean, you can almost hardly tell the difference.
It does, yep.
I wish I had a better picture of it, but I mean, the wax picked up all the grain through the paint. So I wasn't expecting that, but I just kind of rolled with it and I liked it. I was like, oh, this looks like wood. I can't even, because that piece was covered with like 8 layers of paint. I'm done. I got too far. Like, that's enough.
Yeah. That's my favorite pieces of yours.
Oh, thank you. Before we leave tonight, Gretchen says, I'd love to talk about those cool button looking signs on Jenna's wall. Okay. Awesome.
Sure.
Okay, let me get back to my list here so we can see what we are on next. Palette knife and paint and block painting. Okay, so I've never tried the block, but I have tried the palette, and this is my palette. This is a little bit of everything. The palette, knife painting, and some paint layering. And then Dar has this really cool one.
Mm-hmm.
Dar, if you
Like
want,
the lemon piece too.
yeah, if you can explain to us how you got that effect.
Well, what I used was actually a little roller that you use because it was a small piece for putting seams on wallpaper. So, it's only, it's very, very tiny. And I just went ahead and layered 4 different color of paints on there. And there was areas I could not get that little roller in, of course, around that doorknob. So I had to get the palette knife out and paint that. And one thing I'll say about palette knife painting, whatever you put on the bottom of that palette knife is the amount you're going to be putting on your piece. So be careful. Not that if you get too much on it, don't worry about it. Just let it dry and go back over it again with another color, and it'll fix itself. You'll fix it. It won't be a big deal. But just get those colors you want, and you're basically just layering them one on top of the other, preferably after it's dry. Then go ahead and get your other layer on there.
Yeah, because they'll mix together, won't they? If you do it well.
Yeah, you'll get a muddy mess unless you want a muddy mess, maybe. But
yeah. And here's LaVonnes. She just
I
recently.
really just, that was just a plastic palette knife from the dollar store. Just pulled some colors from the thing. There was only like 3 or 4 colors, and just kind of just went after it.
Yeah. It's fun too, actually.
It is.
I mean, just to be so random and not have to worry about it,
Yeah, and you let it take control. And that's the fun part of it. You're not controlling it. You kind of are, but you get what you get, and that's the fun part of it.
Absolutely. It's there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's like you're just having fun. You're letting off your steam and you're enjoying what you're creating. And then faux marble. So I've been doing this a lot lately. I just recently did these ones, and basically I just paint my base. I usually white or a whitish color. And then I fill up a syringe with a water and a paint mixture. And then I let that sit. Well, I squiggle it on there. I squirt it on with squiggly lines. And then I let that sit for like 10 to 15 minutes. And that gives me on this one, it did a different effect. It's like the paint settled, but usually around the edges of the paint, it will just dry of my little squiggly squirts. Just those little tiny edges will dry, and it creates like little teeny tiny veining. And and then I take like a paper towel or a rag and I just tap and dab, and I get, it like gets off. Well, I spray it first with water, and then I take a paper towel or rag and I tap. And that gets off all that wetness and that excess watered down paint. But then it also redeposits the paint all over the piece and makes it look like stone.
So kind of like diffuses the paint.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're dabbing it. You're moving it out and diffusing it a bit so it's not so harsh.
Exactly. And this one I added some gold paint to that one. So that one was my silver and gold challenge piece.
So how did you get the idea to use the syringe?
I just have a whole lot of them.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, well, I was trying to think how I could get those squiggles and like make it, I don't know, get that watered down mixture on there and get those little, because they're kind of just really like accurately squiggled, I guess you would say.
Gretchen's giving you the ultimate compliment. She wants to run her hand on it to see if it feels cold like marble. So that's convincing.
It's good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really enjoying doing that right now. So I've done quite a few of those. I'm working on my mom's piece right now. It was her Christmas present from last year that I never did. So she's like, "Can you do that faux marble?" I'm like, "Sure, ma'am." So
You
I'm
can't
like,
even
"Yeah,
call it Christmas in July now because today's the last day of July, right?
I know, 'cause it's not finished. Yeah. Okay. So next is on the list is faux rust. Okay, and I enjoy doing this too. Um, I use all kinds of different mediums, like different metallic paints, rust pigment powders, brown waxes, water. Sometimes I'll mist my paint with the water. I just kind of tap it along the edges where I think rust would be, the different paints and the different glazes and waxes. And then I'll take my paintbrush and I pull it down like that. And then I'll spray it and I'll just let it drip and run. So then I just keep doing that until it looks rusty. So that's a fun one that I like to do too. And
I think when Lel does Lel for Made by Marley, when she is trying to add some rust on there, she'll go with her brown paint, her orange paint, and some black paint. And then I've also seen people put a little bit of turquoise in there just to give it that little bit of
patina.
that patina, that rust patina over the top.
You can also add some cinnamon powder, some powdered cinnamon on there because it gives you the texture. When your paint is wet, it'll take it, but it gives you the texture. Plus, it smells amazing.
Yes, yes. Have you tried using cinnamon before, Jenna?
Yes, I've used it on a couple pieces, but I started with the base, the browns, the turquoise green, and the orange, and then put the cinnamon in. Yep.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And Dixie Belle does have a patina thing, doesn't
Yes.
is it there? Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love those. I really do.
I've had the patina paints without the spray, like the iron.
Oh, yeah.
I painted a piece with that. Like,
Yeah.
just
Oh, they're
like,
nice by themselves, but when you use the activator too, that's awesome too.
never bought
Oh
the
yeah, their patina paint. I love that from Dixie Belle. That's what I take and I put the bonding boss over just a glass jar, and then I'm dabbing those two colors, the copper and the bronze together over the top of that all the way around, and you can make some really cool bases, lamp bases, and they look like iron, copper. Look really
Yeah, they
cool.
really do.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's something I've never tried. So I would like to try it though in the future.
Yeah, that
All right.
silvery color. Sent you the picture. That's Dixie Belle's iron, just the paint by itself.
Oh, the silvery color one. Let's see if I don't have I gotten to it yet.
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. So next blending. Blending. All right. So I've got a lot of pictures for blending. There's so many different ways to blend too. Oh, sorry, Jenna. What would you say? Sorry.
I said I'm out of this one. I'm out of blend.
Oh no. Have you tried it?
Too many times. It's okay, but I just cannot get that flawless blend like everybody else can. I don't know if I'm just not patient enough, if I'm too heavy-handed. I don't know, but it looks like waves of lines that I just can't. I can't
I
anymore.
had a hard time too when I first started, and I was trying to use all-in-one paint, and that just wasn't getting it. I think that the more chalk base that your paint has, the easier it's going to be for you to wet that and move that around and blend with.
Yeah. I always use Dixie Belle for it, but it's just me. I guess I don't have the patience and I don't keep going enough or something.
I actually find the silk easy to blend, the all-in-one. I think it's just you can't overwork it. It's just one of those things. Like it just,
I haven't tried it again. I scared myself, so I probably should give it another try. But my problem is I can take a piece of decoupage paper, a small little area, blend it out perfect. But if you give me a whole piece of furniture, somehow something happens in my brain and I just can't do it.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe you guys need to try, because there's different ways to blend. You know, you have that really perfect blend where it's just like one color and then it's like this beautiful soft halo around it, or you have the transitions or whatever. But I really enjoy doing just like random blends, like all over the place. You know, like, okay, it's
Yeah.
not blended perfect, but it's just like, okay, it's all over the place. Kind of like this one. This is my mom's piece I'm working on right now. And it just blended all over the place. And
Nice.
I achieved that just by tapping the different colors, but I don't have a lot of paint on my brush. I have small amounts of paint on my brush. I'm just kind of tapping and I'm offloading and putting the different colors on there, doing a little bit of swirling. So just really random. I don't really have any. I'm just having fun with it, I guess you would say. And then I've also blended before with a roller, like a small sponge roller. And yeah, I got this result with it, and that was a lot of fun too. And I, while the paints were wet, I just kept rolling my roller brush all over top of the paints, all the different colors of paints that I had on there. And then I did like a paint wash over top of everything when it was finished. And it kind of brought all of the colors together.
I love that. That was fascinating to watch. I love that video.
Yeah, this was one of my all-time favorite pieces. And I wished I didn't sell it because I regret it every day.
Oh,
I wish I would have kept that.
what's going on here?
Yeah, and then I have a video here of LaVonnes and her blending.
Okay, this is a long time ago, so I look really different. And it's also probably too long of a video. But what I'm blending here is a mixture of metallic paint. It's the Dixie Belle's Moonshine Metallics and chalk paint there, which is pink champagne, I think. So what you're seeing there had the first layer on it. So it was just for color blocking purposes. So it doesn't look like a good blend just yet. But it did end up turning out pretty good. But I love that color of Moonshine Metallics. It's called Rosé. Those paints are amazing. I hope they never take them away. I don't sell very many of them, but they really are pretty paints. So it ended up, being a good blend. And then I added a lot more stuff to it. I did some, I practiced doing some cheetah. And then I decided what color I wanted to use that matched my transfer. So that was a little out of my comfort zone. And you know what? It's the easiest stupid thing to do. It's like U's and commas and stuff. But when you think about putting it on a dresser, sometimes it's a little scary, but that it is just really super easy.
Yeah. Jen said she likes the blend on the angle.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It's kind of different how you did it on the angle like that. And then Gretchen said the ladies on the beach, that decoupage dresser that you did, Jenna, she thought you blended that one.
Gretchen, I love you so much. You're my new best friend. So I did blend that. I'm glad you like it. It took me 9 hours to get halfway blended. Maybe I just critique my stuff too much. I don't know, but I was happy with it. But yeah, a lot of people have complimented it, but it's not that soft. I guess I keep looking for, the Amy from Flippin Furniture does that
Gerard.
where it's seamless. It's totally flawless.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. And mine always looks harsh. I guess that's why I'm always unhappy with the blending. Mine always looks too harsh. Hers has that soft, muted. That's what I try to get and I can't.
Yeah, we're always our own worst critics.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. Keep trying it. You'll get there.
I'm gonna start blending my work wall You know,
There
just
you go.
There you go.
Yes. If you have excess paint on your paintbrush, do it. Heck
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
I mean, you're just going to wash it down the sink anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, ladies, for all the wonderful compliments as we're going. They're saying the most wonderful things.
I know, so sweet. I'm trying to keep
Thank
up
you.
with it and keep commenting and putting stuff up on the screen. We love you guys. You're so sweet. We feel so
We do. We love you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's check my list here and see what we are at. Texture, salt wash. Okay, so I know, doesn't Dixie Belle have a salt wash product, LaVonnes? Have you
Yeah.
ever tried it?
They do. It's the same as, basically, there's what's the other one that's out there? It's not Dixie Belle.
Oh,
No, Dixie. It's no the other one's called Salt Wash.
okay.
Dixie Belle's is called Sea Spray.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and it's I don't know exactly what's in it, but some people achieve the same results with plaster of Paris or
Yes.
baking soda added to the paint. But it's just a matter of putting some texture in there.
Yeah, I have here I make my own salt wash with, whatever paint. I use latex quite often, and I make my own chalk paint with latex paint, using plaster of Paris and water. And this one, I just literally took a salt grinder and grind salt into my paint.
Wow.
And that's how I got the texture. So, you put it on first, and then when that's dry, you put another layer of paint over top of it. How many layers you want? If you want 2 or 3 layers, just do it. And then when everything's dry, you sand it. And that's how you get that textured look with it. So here's another close up of the texture on it. So
What I started using is Bentonite clay, and you can get a pretty good sized bag from Amazon for about $4 or $5.
Oh.
What I found out with that is if you have something that you really need the paint to stick on, you add that Bentonite in there. That stuff, I swear it would stick on cement. It's not going to go anywhere. It stays on pretty good.
I mean, have you ever used it on your face?
You can. There's a recipe in there for a face mask.
Yeah, when it dries, it's like.
Oh, jeez.
That ain't gonna help my wrinkles, but maybe my acne. But
a note about putting texture on with that kind of stuff. So I've had in the past like a dresser top that was actually split, and I repaired it, but I was never able to get it smooth with, mud or Bondo or anything like that. So that's when texture is perfect. It's like, okay, you have to disguise something, so you make it look intentional and you just go with it and add the texture.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Joint good too, to thicken your paint.
Yes. I've never tried the calcium carbonate, but I've only ever used plaster of Paris because it's at my local hardware store at Lowe's.
it's actually what Jen's saying here is that this will turn latex into a chalk paint.
It does.
I know Jen has tried a product. What the heck is it called? Oh, gosh, it's like on the tip of my tongue. It's an additive that you put into your paint that is supposed to make it chalk paint. I can't remember. I'm sure Jen probably knows what I'm talking about, so I'll have to watch the comments here. But she's used that before, and I don't know if she liked it or not. Or I don't know if you guys use it with. You probably can't read my brain. Read my BB Frosh. That's it. Yes. Have you guys ever tried that?
No, I never did.
Okay.
No. A couple of friends did. They didn't like it, but everybody has their own taste of what they like.
Exactly. Yes. I have a video here of going back to the wax. Sorry, guys. I am putting on the brown wax onto the paint, so you can kind of see how I get that wood effect on there. So I'm just adding it on there with probably using a paper towel or something, whatever was near me. I just grabbed it and put it on there, and it see how it transformed it into like looking wood, like wood. I really
Yeah.
so yeah, that
Now,
was.
did you use clear wax underneath?
I didn't. This is a Waverly brand chalk paint, so
Okay.
I can wipe it off or wash it off with water if I wanted to. So
Okay.
yeah, it's easy to use. I have like this gigantic bottle that I got on clearance, so I'll probably never go through it. I mean, it'll probably take years, but
I know there's one wax out there, and I'm not going to say it on here, but if anybody ever wants to know, message me. Don't ever use it. I can't. Do y'all have a hard time with some waxes? Like, is there some that you just totally would never use? Like, that barely
I
go
haven't
on
really
and
tried that many.
But what was it too hard, Jenna? You just couldn't get it like in your brush and on your piece, or
Maybe it, even using her clear wax first, I put it on, it wouldn't move. It just stuck right where you put it, and it would not. And it was awful. And the chemical smell is terrible.
oh, does it start with a C?
No, A. It's awful.
A for awful.
A for awful. It's awful.
Okay.
But
Well,
I love a lot of her stuff. But no,
yeah.
I have a closet full of products that I have bought and tried at trial and error for everything before I got to Dixie Belle Infusion, of course, because those are my go-tos now. I don't even buy anything else. And every once in a while, I'm like, oh, I'll give it a shot again. I'll grab it out. And what was I thinking? So it goes in the closet. You know, somebody started furniture refinishing could come shop my I hate closet and just get everything that they need. Yeah. If you ever want to know, don't. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and say it. There's a product I don't like. It's called cerusing wax. Awful.
Yeah.
Awful. It's in like this tube, and you can't even squeeze it out. I had to stand on it to get it out, and like stomp on it to try and get any little bit out that I could.
But did you do it like to ceruse a piece, or just to use it as wax?
To ceruse.
Oh, I never tried that. So.
I was using it over wood. So I was trying to get the grain to highlight. Yeah. I was trying. It smelled horrible. It smelled like gas. Like it was. I didn't like it. It was not a good time. It was really hard to apply, and I only used that one time. So I never used. I don't even know where it is. So yeah. All right, let's see where I'm at on my list. Okay, we just talked about texture. So now we are on to Dar's specialty, stenciling.
Beautiful.
Woo-hoo.
That's intricate.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, you can do so much with stenciling and layering and different background stenciling. So many different layers. I think what I have learned from Lel is get your base color down. You want a background stencil in there. Get a color that is pretty close but off just a little bit, and use that in the background. And then take your bigger stencils and then pop them on the top with the deeper more color on it. Like on that piece, you can see I did a little bit of a lighter blue in the background. And then I went ahead and took my bigger stencils. I wanted to pop a bit more with the red and a little bit more of a yellow gold color on it. And you really don't need a lot of stencils to do it. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that was a little piece with decoupage paper and some stenciling.
I like this one. I liked how that just all flows together really good. Any tips on how to like prevent bleed through or anything like that?
Yeah, I use Dixie Bell bonding boss. If I've got a idea that something is going to bleed through or it's brand new wood, I'm going to hit it with some bonding boss. That has been the best for me out of any type of bonding paint. I will go to Dixie Bell.
Okay.
And I use Lell's paper. You don't have to have a special color underneath it because you know that paper is going to be thick enough to go over the top of that. And you're not going to have to worry about any color showing through. It's going to be whatever the color that paper is, that's what you're going to get. Nothing's going to show up through it.
Okay. And this one's really cool. Jenna used lace for this one. So did you like roll over the lace or spray or paint?
My sprayer just took a lace tablecloth and just laid it over the drawers and taped around them and sprayed.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I've always wanted to try that, but I love that.
Yeah, you put the spray adhesive on the back of the lace so it doesn't flutter up and down.
Or shift or move. Yeah.
Now I know.
Very cool.
You learned that the hard way, huh?
Yeah. Hey, drawers. Yeah. And start all over. But I figured it out. Yep.
Awesome. And you can also add different like thickening agents and create raised stencils like this plastic wood, or I've also used spackling. Have you ladies tried anything other than that, or?
Yeah.
I've done that, and I've used it with the Dixie mud. But whatever you use, just a little tip. Don't, rinse. It's a good way to ruin a stencil because it will do that. And then the more you keep using it, it'll just, your space will get smaller and smaller. So you have to wash it frequently, but don't wash it in your sink because you don't want that stuff going down your drain, whatever it is. So just use a hose or something.
Okay, good tip. Good tip.
Yeah, raised stencils are a lot of fun because you can take a brayer after you've painted it, and let's say you put some paint on it and sprayed some water on it, let it run down, get some other colors on a brayer, and then just go lightly over those raised stenciled areas to give it another accent color.
Yeah.
Really a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're fun to work with and try. Okay, so now we're doing dry brushing, and this is Jenna's piece. This is really beautiful as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's different, you can do like a heavier dry brushing or lighter dry brushing. It just depends on, how much you want. I usually offload my paintbrush like almost completely. I mean, if it looks like there's paint on there, that's too much paint, But unless I want something a little bit darker, I want more of I want to see my brush strokes or whatever. So this is really gorgeous. Do you have any tips or anything, Jenna, on how you created this?
Kind of like you were saying, the more product you have, it goes on more like paint. To get that shadowy effect, you have to have virtually nothing on your brush and a lot of patience because it does take forever to get the dark shadowing around the edges. But like you said, no paint. You don't even want to see the color on your brush. And you'll think you're not getting any on there, but once you start, you'll see.
Yeah.
If you go any heavier and you can see it, you're getting paint instead of dry.
Right. And this is actually some raised stenciling that I did some dry brushing on, but it just very lightly accentuated all of the raised areas on this piece.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's so pretty on the handle.
Yeah, and then another one of my favorite techniques is layering paint. I love doing this, and this is really cool. Like I've never tried this. Tell us about this, Jenna.
It's unicorn spit. A lot of you have probably heard about it. So if you can layer it side by side or on top or whatever with regular stain, that is like the yellow color, the teal, the ocean blue. I literally made one piece with that unicorn spit. It took me the unicorn spit was probably $80 some just to do that top. So that was the first and last time I ever did these. Each bottle has maybe this much left in it still, and it's still sitting in the back of my closet. I won't invest the money anymore because I don't want it expensive like that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know, and but it is a cool look. It's really
It is cool. Yeah, I love it. This is also layering paint. You can see like on the inside of the cabinet more. The first coat of paint I painted on this was yellow. So when I added the black, I didn't completely cover it. There's actually way more than just black on there. There's a bunch of different colors. I don't even know. Like I'll just put colors on there. Like, okay, let's try this one. But you can see the yellow peeking through on that one. And then this one also, this is fusion paint on this one, and you can see the colors peeking through on the top as well. And then this one is like tons of colors also, but you can just kind of see the different colors pulling through on the final layer of paint. And it's like one of my favorite techniques to do. I love this one.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the different picture of that one.
You
Okay.
sold that right away, didn't you?
No, I still have this one. I can't let this one go.
Oh.
I can't. This one I lost years of my life. I know it. So, because it was so bad. It was in a barn and it was so bad. There was a family of mice living in it. I can't let it go. It was really bad because I worked months on that piece. Okay, so ragging technique. Have you guys tried this before? I mean, I have and I haven't. I found this lady, I found this on Pinterest. This is queenbeecreationshome.com, but she has a really great tutorial on YouTube on how she created this finish. She painted her piece one color, and then when it was dry, she painted it another color, and then she takes a rag and she taps off some of the paint. Have you guys tried this before?
Is this not called frottage? Frottage? That technique? Frottage.
Frottage? I don't know.
Yeah.
I Google, I Pinterest, I searched in Pinterest ragging technique, and that's what pulled up because I didn't have anything specific to show.
There's a lady on YouTube. I think she's on the Prima channel that does that quite frequently, and she does beautiful.
Okay.
I can't remember her name though.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know either, but I like that look. That's kind of sort of what I do with my
Blending.
my blending or my marble, my faux marble effect. I just, I tap it off and it kind of redeposits all over the place and takes some off. Yeah. And finally, we are on decoupaging. Let me make sure I got all my videos and that needed. Okay, they are in. This is the lovely Jennas, and this is a little bit of mixture of her stencil and her decoupage. So I didn't know where to put it, so I just picked one.
I was trying to join Dar on the maximalist side, and that's another one and done.
No, never again. You did such a good job on it.
It just took forever. She has patience of a saint because
She does.
all the cutting, tearing, and the gluing.
Don't ask my computer printer that.
Yeah.
Tearing over that. It was just a lot.
Yeah, it is. I know. I know what you mean because I did this. I was doing a dar with this, and
Yeah,
I love
right?
it.
That's what I was saying too the whole time.
yeah, I was doing a dar, and I was like, man, how does dar do this every single time? Like,
Did darn good there, girl.
thank you. You can also decoupage. There's so many different materials, and this is fabric. So I know Margie from Asking Spot does fabric quite often. So this is one I did with fabric, and I used, oh gosh, I can't remember the texture medium or the adhesive medium that I had used. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I mean, you can use whatever, Mod Podge, whatever.
That material. I did a set of chairs with that. That's my favorite material ever.
I love this pattern designer, Alexander Henry. He is one of my favorite designers as far as fabric goes because he has the coolest stuff. I have like a hoard of his fabric because I love it. So funny. You know the sexy men?
Uh-huh.
The sexy men? I have so many of them. They're so okay, and then here
What's his name? Alexander what?
Alexander Henry.
Okay.
And he's got a line of like Christmas with like these shirtless men wearing like Santa pants and carrying a Santa sack, and he's got all kinds of cowboys. There's like basketball players. I'm trying to think what else I have. I've got like some Valentine ones. I've got so many. Okay, so here's some more decoupage from Dar. This is really beautiful as well.
Well, this was 2 pieces, and notice how somebody here can paint and blend in between the 2 birds, but when it comes to a big piece blending, somehow I get lost. But those were stamped, and then I had hand paint in between that, and both sides were like that. The top was a little bit different. But yeah, I still have that piece. I need to get it on Etsy. Don't have it on there yet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Like a whole decoupage piece. Like,
yeah, it was 2 separate pieces.
Beautiful.
I had to rip them in half because I needed to get to the corners. So I either painted in between the birds, which made more sense to me than trying to put that piece of paper in and then just do that pattern on the outside. It just felt like flowers in between them would probably be the best way to go.
Yeah, it really flows really well. And then there's this one, your Narnia board.
Yeah, you know, that was a lot of fun. I actually gave that to the Oriental restaurant in my area, and they were so thrilled.
oh,
You gave that to them? Oh my goodness. Wow,
Yeah,
you're amazing.
because it was going to be too hard for me to ship. It was in my way and falling on my head. And I thought, you know what? They've been in our community. It's a Chinese restaurant since 1995. And I gave it to them, and they were absolutely thrilled. They put it in their banquet room. And I just said, I love your culture. I love koi fish. And yeah, these were some of Lel's decoupage pieces. And you can tell that I did that black in the background, small mica powder and liquid text for the gold small leafing, and fussy cut large flowers, and got those all stuck on there. But that whole thing was just insanity at its best right there.
Yeah, you did a lot of work in that one.
That was amazing.
Yeah, not that, and even you don't. I mean, they're all a lot of work.
and you make it look so easy. You make us want to try that maximalist, and then we get halfway into a design, and we're like, "What are we thinking?"
I don't know. My chair for Saturday still looks a little clueless, but.
Speaking of that, okay, here's the challenge coming up this weekend. Clueless. Super excited. Can't wait to see everybody's pieces. It's going to be beautiful and amazing, and I hope you all enjoy it. I know you will. And then we have Jen's coming up August 30th. Beach, please. And I already have mine done. I got my piece done, you guys. I'm not bragging over here, but...
Oh, that reminds me, Jen, I have to send you a message because I have a piece that I have to question if it's qualifying on furniture or not.
Well, I don't think my piece is, because it's a wall shelf. So I don't know. Is that really considered furniture?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
But it's going to be so beachy. Jen's going to say, yes, it does qualify.
The beach girl in her will prevail.
Beach-alicious. Yes. Okay, and then I have one more. This one is Mara's from Borderline Furniture RX. This one is October. What's the date? 25th. Okay, October 25th. And this is her eco challenge. So you have to take eco-friendly materials and flip a piece of furniture.
You have to say that like eco.
Eco.
So
Go. I'm gonna say that all day now, all the rest of the night. Anyways. Okay, so yeah, so just this one is gonna be fun. This one's whimsical menagerie themed. So yeah, lots of challenges, and we are doing pretty good here. A little bit over our time, guys. So sorry about that. Do we have our phone number? No, I think that got deleted. I don't see it here in the media.
Oh, let me see if I can do it.
I think I got a banner.
Okay, do you? Let me check. Let's see. Oh, yes. If you guys want to be notified of the live coming up next week, email us at flippingbunch@gmail.com and just say live. And
The number.
And then the phone number and our lovely, here's the one. Okay, sorry. Our lovely LaVonnes takes care of that. She's so wonderful. Thank you, LaVonnes.
Oh, you're welcome. I remembered tonight.
Yeah,
All right.
going on.
You know what? This has been so much fun, and I can't help but think, and I just have to, I'm throwing this out there. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. And just to see what response we get. Wouldn't it be cool if we had like a workshop, like a seminar? Who would be interested? A Flippin' Bunch seminar or something?
Oh,
You mean
Retreat.
online or in person?
And
we
in
need
person.
details. Okay, we need details.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to think about, little
And everybody do what they do best and share it with everybody. And yeah, that would be cool.
Interesting. I'll have to.
yeah, I mean, just like a retreat and some sort of just a little getaway and
Everybody else does it.
What's
Not
that?
us.
Yeah, everybody else does it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need one on
right.
the East Coast. Everybody else is West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Exactly. So that's what I was thinking, East Coast.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Everybody seems to like it. So we'll have to discuss this in
Yeah.
our future.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have a lot in our future, I think.
Mhm. Absolutely. It'll be fun. Well, thank you everybody for being here. I hope you enjoyed tonight and I hope you learned some things and you guys are inspired. So y'all are always inspiring us and we love that you come
Yes.
every week and you hang out with us. Yes.
Thank you so much. We love you guys and we appreciate your just, interaction with us,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we love it. Well, thank you, Sue.
Back again. Thank you.
All right, you guys. Well, we will see you next week and have a great rest of your night.
I love you all.
Bye.
Bye.